The following video is rated 18 plus and up. That means if you're not of age, kiddo, then would you kindly, please, piss off. Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is Ryan, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. Let's not beat around the bush and get straight into it. Subverse got its next major content update just the other day, even though it's only been less than 3 months since the last major content update for the game. I do believe, however, correct me if I am mistaken, that this is the shortest span of time between major content updates for the game, which is very impressive. Hats off to Studio Foe. You guys and girls are obviously working damn hard. This 6th major story content update for Subverse brings with it a brand new waifu to romance, the long-awaited and much-anticipated Huntress, alongside the continuation of the main story quest, which includes a mountainous amount of new dialogue, cutscenes, new unique set-piece gameplay sequences for both the shoot-'em-up spaceship gameplay sections and the turn-based ground combat sections. While this new major content update only features one new side quest to craft the brand new available Mantic, and there are no new systems or planets or random scenarios to encounter and explore, the story content and what new gameplay content is presented is of superb quality. And of course, there are a lot, and I do mean a lot, of brand new not safe for work NSFW Pandora scenes to view. They gave Huntress a lot of Pandora scenes. I mean a lot. It honestly might be the most any waifu has received upon their respective releases. Studio Foe must just really like Squid Girls. Anywho, the long and short of it, penis, if you like Subverse and are a fan of what came before, you'll be happy to hear this content update is even more. But now, let's get into the nitty-gritty titties, shall we? Studio Foe continues to show off their impressive writing and directing chops, and the voice cast, just as ever, continues to amaze and astound. Now make no mistake, the lewd, crude, and fourth-wall-breaking humor is still in abundance, but also accompanying it is a surprising amount of depth, particularly emotional depth. Several members of the cast go through substantial character growth, including, of course, the Huntress, the Captain, Erarch, and surprisingly and very cutely enough, Demi.
I would like to ask permission to handle this myself.
Be my guest.
This is the Mary Celeste, and we are formally requesting that you both fuck off and eat a dick. Preferably several massive dicks at the same time, so that you choke on them.
Oh man, they grow up so fast. It brings a tear to your eye. Now plot-wise, god damn does this narrative have its hooks in me. With the previous twists and reveals of the Fortune update combined with what we learn here in the Huntress update, well my god, have things surely escalated, and a much clearer picture is being painted as to what's really going on here in the Prodigium Galaxy. This is a sci-fi porn parody video game, and yet somehow it's also a thrilling political drama full of intrigue and backstabbing. For a game all about making you jack off and not taking itself seriously, it still blows my mind just how damn good the story is in this game. I'd love to go into greater detail about all of this, but alas, spoilers. Now let's put a spotlight on the star of the show for this update, the Huntress. The Huntress is yet another character that we have encountered and known about since Subverse first released in early access. She's also been one of the primary antagonists of the Captain and the Mary Celeste, which, might I add, has resulted in some excellent boss battles against her. Now, we always knew that the Huntress was eventually going to become a waifu companion, but the question always was, how was she going to come around? Pun intended. Well, we finally got our answer, and it was surprisingly wholesome and mature, in Subverse's lewd and crude way, of course. We finally get to truly learn about Huntress, who she is as a person, her way of life, the culture of her species, and why she's been hunting the captain and his crew so viciously. We get to see and experience a whole new side of Huntress. We actually get to see and hear her be vulnerable, and then grow and evolve as a person. Yet another great character in this ensemble cast.
I am rather shy when it comes to intimate matters. Also, as you probably surmised, I am not very sexually experienced.
I'd say you're quite the prodigy then.
Really? You enjoyed our sexual interaction?
Did you not realize that when I went back for thirds?
I just figured you were curious about the anatomy of my species.
Ha! Funny how you'd blow my head off with zero hesitation and a smile, but the second I call you sexy, you're lost.
Sexy? Me? Oh, Captain, I never thought I'd hear anyone say that.
How does it make you feel?
Almost as good as killing. Almost.
Then how did it feel when I made you come?
Better.
Shout out and congratulations to voice actress Aria Lynn. Miss Lynn unfortunately doesn't have any social media, but Miss Lynn, if you somehow come across this video, you have done an extraordinary job voicing Huntress, bringing this cute, crazy, sexy, and badass character to life. Thank you so much for your performance. Now, while the Huntress is absolutely the star of the show this update, we also have to take a moment to appreciate and celebrate our dear captain, voiced by Mr. Steve Hamm. There are scenes in this update where Steve just provides a voice acting performance that just shows he is a master of his craft.
I knew it was a mistake. I looked into your eyes while you were chained up in that infirmary, and I saw a monster staring back at me. I knew whatever honor you had was gone back then, and that's why I didn't come with you.
Gone? No, Captain. I've evolved. I've become what we solars need to be in order to thrive in this place. You're the one that has changed. You used to believe in a future for our species.
I only ever did what you told me to because I was legally required to follow your orders.
Good Lord! He's so good! He's so good! Now, Mr. Hamm's performance as the captain in-game from beginning to end has been top-notch, but there's something about some of the more recent scenes and sequences where he's just been so raw and real and made the character just sound and feel so real and alive and human. It's such powerful stuff. He's giving it his all, and it shows, and I salute you, Mr. Hamm. Now that's the story and characters for this update. What about gameplay? Now, we didn't get as much gameplay-wise this update as previous updates, but what is on offer is really good. We got 2 brand new boss battles, one of them being the final battle with the Huntress, and it's just fucking excellent. Jesus Christ. The Huntress's boss battles have been consistent quality throughout, and this may be the best fight against her yet. There are such cool mechanics and gimmicks at play, and it's also a visual spectacle. Well, here, I can just show you. Look and listen to this. This is a porn parody hentai comedy game, and yet it has gameplay that's this goddamn good. So, great boss battles introduced in this update, and of course we get the Huntress to play with. in both the turn-based ground combat and spaceship shoot-'em-up sections. And once again, Studio Foe continues to impress in the gameplay department. Once again, Huntress is a totally unique waifu. Every time I try to guess what's the new mechanic and gimmick that's going to be associated with this waifu, Studio Foe comes up with something I never could have thought of, but it makes so much sense and it's so cool and it works so well. Anyways, so Huntress is both a melee and ranged character, with abilities, skills, and perks all emphasizing how she is in fact a bounty hunter. Her primary attack ability, Flare, if the target is adjacent to the Huntress, she melee attacks them, dealing extra damage. Otherwise, she uses her ranged attack, dealing less damage but applying bleed. Again, so unique and different from the other waifus, but suits Huntress so well. Her second attack ability, Death's Mark, marks an enemy, lowers their defenses, and immobilizes them for 3 turns, and stuns them for 1 turn. If they die while the mark is active, Huntress is healed. Only 1 mark can be active at a time. If tactically used properly, this is a powerhouse ability. And again, just thematically suits Huntress so much. Her ultimates and her passives are also really solid, all about dealing damage and finishing off opponents. Now, her Phoenix weapon for spaceship combat, I did not see this coming. It's basically a flamethrower and mine deployer. The Ink Thrower, a cone-shaped attack that deals damage to enemies caught within its radius while holding down the attack button. Additionally, the attack concurrently spawns free slow-moving AoE ink clouds that apply damage as enemies overlap it, which has a cooldown of 5 seconds. I was very surprised just how powerful this weapon is in spaceship combat. It basically instantly destroys the small cannon fodder ships and absolutely deletes the health of medium to large enemy ships. A surprisingly powerful Phoenix weapon that really encourages aggressive play. Lastly, in terms of new gameplay content, we have the brand new Mantic, Fuckenstein, who has easily become one of my new favorite Mantics. They're so good, and they're so strong. Besides being capable of dealing massive amounts of damage and stunning enemies, it's this one passive he has that makes him an absolute game changer. He's alive! Upon dying, Fuckenstein is immediately resurrected with full HP and buffed parameters. This passive comes into effect only once per session. Dude! That's fucking awesome! That's fucking wild! Fuckenstein is just so good! He's easily become a must-have Mantic. To top that all off, he just looks badass. Yeah, really impressed and really happy with the new Mantic unit. Well, as usual, all that's left are the new Pandora scenes. I'll say this about them. The names, the titles for all of these new Pandora scenes for the Huntress are all really funny, as they're all puns based on the fact that Huntress is a squid. So we got tentacle puns, we got ocean puns, we got deep sea creature puns, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I was very amused by that. But well, I guess, hentai lovers rejoice, you finally got your squid girl. Tentacles galore. Enjoy. Well now, that's mostly all of the new content in the Huntress update for Subverse in early access. I hope all of you will go and check out this content and experience it for yourself. Be sure to check out Subverse on Steam. Follow the cast and crew on social media. Stay tuned for future content updates for the game and from myself. Anyways, that's been a video. Thank you for watching. If you did indeed like the video, please be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and share the video on social media, Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook. And if you'd be so kind as to want to help me out directly, please consider making a donation via Super Thanks here on YouTube. Anyways, once again, that's been a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.